Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it could fit any situation you might find yourself in. And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left, 2 is in the middle, and 3 is on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. And there's also a link to my Facebook page where I'm sharing oracle cards most days of the week. There's also a link to my TikTok where I'm sharing readings, little short video readings there and on Instagram. And there's a link to my booking page. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book a session on that link, all in the description box below. So I will leave you with your selection, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this selenite heart, then this one is for you. So the selenite heart is all about grounding that spiritual knowledge. So perhaps going through a bit of an awakening or a shift in your awareness at the moment and feeling called to act upon that, or life is shifting for you based on new awarenesses and grounding, giving you opportunities to ground that spiritual knowledge. So you may come up in the form of a test or just enjoying your practices and using them to calm you and receiving the real benefits from acting upon the spiritual knowings you have. We've got new beginnings energy here and release, lots of peace and calm. There's lots of release energy within this reading. I know last week we had a big emotional release, and so that's continuing here for group 1 if you've chosen that twice in a row. So we'll jump in with the past energy. I can see Cancer, Sagittarius and Scorpio here. That's it for the main energies, but it doesn't really matter if that's yours. All right, underlying energy, we have the Ace of Cups, and I had it split. Well, there's the Lovers, but I had it split before in 2. I didn't mean to, like just when I'd finished shuffling, I was at the end, and it split like this. And it gave me 2 aces, and I thought that's pretty interesting. It looks like, especially when we've got that new beginnings energy with that crystal and a number of other cards that talk about release and new beginnings. So really, really big. Like it's happening for you. It's probably happening to you. It's just happening. Underneath the Ace of Cups, I can see the Queen of Wands. So that really does emphasize that message of stepping into your spiritual power, stepping into your knowing, self-healing, moving into the heart, acceptance, surrender, and just like aligning with that spiritual knowing. It's so like you're being spoken to quite loudly, quite clearly, and I think you're very aware of that, and it's just a matter of perhaps some adjustments required, or healing practices and modalities, like really reaping the rewards of that, like receiving the benefits of actually engaging in your practices and using that knowing that you've got. We've also, where am I? The Ace of Swords, and with that one underneath, that was the Wheel of Fortune. I thought that was noteworthy as well, because it really shows that with this clarity and the decisions you make based on this knowing and this clarity here, it's going to create profound shifts in your life, and it probably already is doing that with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Queen of Wands, it's like it's happening for you to step into your power. Yeah, look, I see the Strength, and I can see the Empress here as well. And as I'm going for the Empress, the Ten of Pentacles is there too. So this is, and the Ten of Swords, yeah, like, oh. I can't just slow down. And it's just like so much expansion in your world, even though it might be coming up as painful at the moment, having to release so much to get there. A bit of grounding tea. Always starting my tea with group 1. So yeah, what have we got here in the past? How did that start? It was like this. Yeah. So we've got the Sagittarius's energy, Cancer's energy, Scorpio's energy. I don't know if I mentioned that, but anyway. So Temperance, Chariot, and the Death card. So this is in the past. It's all major arcana, so it's going to be talking about internal shifts perhaps, and things that are going on more in the subtle realm, internal realm, like just that knowing, that redirection. Of course, there could be some physical events surrounding this, like it could literally be a physical event as well, like a pivotal moment that's happened in the recent past. Could be longer timeline, but we're going weekly typically. But obviously, please apply your own timeline, and everyone will resonate differently in that regard. But yeah, you've definitely had to let go and just be okay with the changes that are happening here. And that doesn't mean that you have not grieved and you're not feeling pain. It just means that I think you understand that this is out of your hands, or this is beyond your control, perhaps. This is a destiny thing. This is an alignment thing. This is the script of life as you know it, sort of energy. It's what I'm picking up here. And while you do have a sense of control in how you handle this, 444 on my time of recording, in how you're handling the transformation and what you choose to engage in, it's up to you, your levels of resistance to this change. But what I can see here is you're moving into it. With the Chariot and the Death card, it's sort of like you are ready to let go. You're ready to move into it. Now, as I say that, I kind of get a little resistance from some of you because perhaps we're not quite ready. Perhaps this is an ongoing release, an ongoing process, but it's happening. And I think you're just, really acutely aware of that. What have we got on Death? 10 of Swords. What have we got on Death? The 10 of Swords. You may have literally lost someone very special to you. And everything just changed in lighting here. I don't know if you saw that. And again, the light, it's the sun. It's perhaps it's playing with clouds, but it's sort of. And also, before I started, I did my circle casting, a bit of saging, but when I stepped into this circle to start your reading, I probably sat with the cards longer than I ever have, because I just felt like this is such a cocooning moment, or like I just felt like I'm in the warmth of my cozy lounge room, like just wanting to sort of hide in where it's safe and warm and be held. There was that sort of thing, like the world perhaps feels really small right now, in a sense, or perhaps you want to hide in a small world. Yeah, there was just this, and when I pick up this Death card on, the 10 of Swords, which is a Death card, on the Death card, I'm like, what are we ending here? And it's whatever it is, it's massive. It could be the loss of life of a loved one, then having to let go and be. There's a beautiful card I'm going to read from the book that I thought the book meaning was so beautiful. So I'm definitely going to just go straight to the book for that, and it kind of ties in with what we're letting go. Maybe we can pick it up. We'll do it. It's from the Rose Oracle. It's called Held. Really does speak to this situation. So when times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. When things are crumbling around us, we must find something we can count on that won't budge. Deep roots to hold us steady when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves, we must find something to hold us. When our job ends, we must find something to hold us. And when our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find new supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of soil, the holding of the roots, and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips up from us what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycles of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our darkest night, we discover that it's in the empty spaces that we can be reached and held the most. It's in these that we discover a holding that we didn't know before. And we discover that we are what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. And I didn't even read that far. I just got to the parts of like, okay, that's just the first little paragraph. But that tomb and womb, even when I was in it before, I'm like, God, this feels like womb-like, and it really does. Cocoon-like, all of that. Anyway, and we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. That's profound, actually. We're being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you, to trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust in the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone, to be held. It really does, so that it does. I just thought that was written so beautifully, and my interpretation would probably butcher it because it was just, stunning. And with this 10 of Swords and the Death card, you are definitely moving through a really massive ending with the 9 of Wands, perhaps feeling, guarded, wanting to protect yourself, very tired, but listening. She listens. She's got that spirit right there with the fire on the top of that wand. She's listening. She knows. So it's like, you can get through this. It's just, a struggle right now, perhaps. There is some negative thinking surrounding the situation. There's a lot of powerlessness surrounding the situation, but you do look forward. You kind of know you have to. It feels like a no choice thing. 3 of Pentacles. All right. Needing community, needing support, needing to be held, yes. So current energy and moving ahead into this week, we have got the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Cups. Just move that off the screen. The 2 of Swords, the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Lots of confusion here, as you can see. We've got a fair bit of umming and ahhing. What do I do? Do I go? Do I stay? Do I go back? What do I do here? This is you may be really in the feels this week ahead as you work through releasing. Let's just start slow. We'll start with these 2 here. So I do feel like as you walk away, there is, for not everyone, but I did get the feeling someone is following you or someone wants to follow you. And that could mean anything for anyone out there, I suppose, but I just do feel there's somebody that wants to hold on to you and doesn't want to let you go. And it may be vice versa there as well, that you don't really want to walk away from that person or let them go, especially having the Death and the 10 of Swords, some of you having to let them go into spirit and leave their earthly realm, and that both of you still holding on to each other is a strong message there. But either way, we'll just go into general messages here. As you do walk away and release and move through this purging process, it opens you up to different opportunities, but opportunities you're perhaps not so ready to acknowledge, I would say. You may be considering them, they may float through your awareness, but you're not grabbing onto anything, I don't think, this week. I think you're just sort of trying to work it out, feeling a little pulled between the head and the heart, and perhaps whether or not you should reunite with somebody who's very special to you, somebody who you feel a deep soulful connection with. Maybe it's not possible to reunite with that person, and so there's a lot of confusion and blocked energy here, a lot of stuckness, a lot of uncertainty. And I just feel like you're trying your best this week to stay afloat, to support yourself, to find that held energy, to be held, to hold yourself. So it brings us back to the original Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands, all of that, like really using your practices to soothe you. The Tangerine Quartz is all about the peace, the calm, the soothing, and new beginnings, and grounding your spiritual knowledge. So I think there are some things you could do that would help support yourself, to hold you. There is unseen help here, but I feel like there's also a community of help too for some of you that you could reach out to, that is available. Maybe you haven't found that yet and you're needing to find out. I see 1212 on the recording now. Numbers might be big for you this week, or at the moment. You might be getting a lot of numbers. I've definitely been getting them a lot the last few days. 1212. And what did we have before? 444 for you. So there may be a reunion come up in the week ahead. I might just grab one card on that. Bit off tune, magician. Let's get one on the 6 of Cups. Empress, yeah, family related, potentially. Devil, okay, maybe not. Could be. Empress, the Devil. There's strong attachment here still in 5 of Cups, and there's a lot of psychic connection between you and a specific person, I would say, and that's really weighing heavy on you. You both have so much love for each other still. I didn't mean for this to be a love reading. Please try and take how it resonates. I'll try and keep it general. So there is certainly heavy attachment here to situations of the past. We've got the Devil, we've got the 5 of Cups, we've got the Empress. There's a strong connection between you and another person. I can definitely feel that here, and there's a lot of grief about having to leave this situation behind. It's very heavy on both of your hearts. I don't think this is easy. Pentacles, Magician. Okay. I wanted to go into more information about this other person, but I feel like as a general reading, it's probably not the greatest idea, because everyone will have a different person they're relating to. Just hearing phrases that are not mine, like talking smack. I don't know why that's not a phrase I use, but anyway, might relate to someone out there. Okay, let's just move on into the challenge, because it looks like it's a continuum of this week and how you're moving through it. So we've got the World card here. There's a lot of struggle when it comes to this ending. You're feeling like really, really challenged, perhaps needing to defend yourself with the Seven of Wands, or needing to liberate yourself out of this challenging situation, especially when we see the Six of Swords on the next card, because that is a card of release as well. It's a card of releasing the emotional baggage and the mental stress when it comes to a situation, and just letting yourself be eased, like allowing. It's very much Temperance and Chariot death energy. It's like the start of the week energy, or the past energy of this reading. It's like you're being moved. You have to go with it. It's that sort of thing. And so the challenge here, you may be finding that this other person, like I said, I didn't want to read into it because everyone's other person is a little different in this, and I can feel that there's multiple threads there. But I do get for some that there's just a coldness from that person, but that's not for everyone. I think that this person can really easily flick between hot and cold, and how they process or how they feel, how they respond may be unpredictable sometimes. But yeah, we've definitely, in the week ahead, the challenge is going to be just closing out this cycle and finding that inner strength to let go and see that this is actually for the best. With the King of Swords, this is somebody who's very logical and not ruled by the heart. This is somebody who's very connected to the wisdom as well. We've got some pretty strong symbology here, I'm noticing, with the crow, the bat, the dragonfly, and the owl. These are really strong spiritual totems, spiritual animals, messages of wisdom, of foresight, of seeing through the dark, moving through the dark, but with clear perception, and just cutting through crap, basically. In the suggestions of what will help, we've got all wands here. Lots of spiritual energy, lots of passion, with the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Pentacles. I thought that was a wand. Page of Pentacles. So let's ground some of that spiritual energy, right? The original message of the selenite there, of grounding that spiritual knowledge. You've definitely, the suggestion here is to come into the body with any of your practices, whether that be yoga, exercise, gardening, housework. There's so many other things you can do that are seemingly mundane that are actually very therapeutic for you. Just to be in the body, to be here, to be present, and allow yourself to move through this without avoiding it, without running away from it, masking it, covering it up with substances, trying to numb or block out the feelings that you're going through as you process this experience. Please don't do that. It's painful, but you can hold yourself through this, come through it. 1717 on the recording now. Lots of mirroring numbers there. You may be getting a lot of messages. We can see that with all of these aces there. You've got all the messages coming in. It's time to do something with them, and act upon that intuitive knowing that you have. There's lots of message here about meditation as well. Will be very beneficial for you, but it doesn't have to be. I think I mentioned this last week, actually. It doesn't have to be that just the typical type of meditation you might use. You can go on adventures. There's really fun ones out there. I know there's a part 1, 2, and 3 of a mermaid guided meditation on YouTube. There's all sorts of adventure ones, garden ones. There's ones that I think are really, I find that I can get a deeper message out of the ones that are fun, because I'm not trying, I'm just going and having fun, and I find that opens me up a lot easier, a lot more. So sometimes, those sort of guided meditations that are on a bit of a fantasy adventure can be nice. But I've also seen here about communication with, when it comes to your community, your friends, the work that you're doing, the ideas and projects that you have. It's like, talk about them, feed energy into them, spend time invested in practicing and getting better at whatever it is you're working on here. Your new beginning, your new chapter with the 2 pages. It's like there's definitely messages of travel here for some people, and giving yourself that new beginning. Like this I can't believe I didn't see that before, actually, the amount of travel cards that are here. I think I might have said that last week too. It's a bit blurry from last week. A lot has happened. But the Six of Swords, the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Wands are all travel cards. So I can definitely see that, yeah, there's an opportunity for new adventures, new beginnings, and it's time to just let that live. Like, let that inspiration live, let the dream live, feed life into it. Yes. I wanted to say invest in study. For some people, it might be about stepping into study here as well. Like the Page of Pentacles can be a new accreditation that you're going for. But I do also feel like this is very much about grounding. I'm just noticing the root wrapped around her foot. So this is those practices that will ground you, because everything may be very energetic right now and you're just needing to pull it in and just ground. Licorice root tea I find really helpful for that personally. I try to drink that one daily. So in further guidance, we've got the Three of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So the further guidance is through this massive challenge, heartbreak and loneliness here. Look at those images. It's so brutal and painful. But know that you are held. In the center is the Three of Cups. So there are friends perhaps that want to reach out to you or are there for you if only you reach out. And for some of you, I felt like just saying stop being so damn self-sufficient all the time. For others of you, this is about putting yourself out there in the right... I feel like some people don't feel like putting themselves out there. But if you do have that courage, that desire to be held, then please do reach out to that local women's circle or whatever it is and actually go and join them. I feel like there's a real need for connection here, and we've already seen that in the held card as well. And even in the outcome, let's just jump straight to it. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, which is being helped. This is community. This is charity. This is benevolence. This is very kind, gentle souls that are on this journey with you and want to celebrate with you. They want to know you. 2121 on the recording. Why do I keep seeing that? Yeah. You're definitely needing to be helped here, and for some people this is also about therapies and counselling, and so if that's something you feel like you could benefit from, then do reach out to that therapist and get on that waiting list or have that evaluation or whatever you need to get the support that's available to you, because you don't have to go through this by yourself, and it is very, very painful. I think it's going to be harder if you do go through it by yourself. Like that original card said, to like find that new thing that will hold you, because you will really benefit from that. So other oracle cards in this reading, we have I am unbreakable. Pretty sweet message, considering it's a pretty painful reading here, that you are holding yourself and that you can and will rise again. You've been through so much already, so you're the type of person that can get through anything. We've got release, of course we do, and even this one is kind of the same energy. Turn over a new page, let love lead the way for a change. And I like the tree with the release, because it really does speak to staying grounded, having those roots that hold you while everything else seems to be falling away, like we've got in the autumn imagery here. 2244. The number of the recording I see, but yeah, and turning over a new page, it's absolutely that, when it kind of comes with this next card of diligence, which is that careful planning for the future, turning over that new page and just letting yourself be moved. I see temperance wanting to come up again. That surrender and balance and just allowing, absolutely about how just allowing. It really feels like you've just got to allow life to have its way with you at this moment, and to not run from the experience but move through it. Let yourself feel it, grieve it, release it. I want to get some charms. I want to get a couple of these as well. I didn't get them before. I just saw let go and move on card. I felt like that was important. Escape materialism. Shift your focus from the material world to develop a healthy inner world, especially for some of you out there. You might be, like a little bit of retail therapy or something, that trying to just fill that void or feel, and it's those spiritual practices and things that are going to help you right now. It's the grounding practices. I shouldn't call them spiritual practices too, though. I don't know why I call it that. Because like I've seen a few times how you just can't really spiritualize the root chakra, right? And that's what we're needing to activate, is that grounding. But yeah, the healthy inner world is through developing those things that will hold you. And they don't have to be external connections or external pretty things or anything like that. It's definitely what comes from the inside. And so having fun again, perhaps dancing was I don't know why I didn't say that as well, like definitely any practices to do with body movement and expression and sharing your message and developing your intuition or getting creative with the Ace of Wands, like anything at all. Like you've got these inspired ideas that you really do need to act upon. I see make new friends on the bottom of the deck there. Get out, yeah, big time. Four of Wands, make new friends. And this is in the outcome. You are coming into a new community. I can see that here. It's going to happen. It's just you're just going through so much change right now. We'll take it. Awaken the witch. I love that. Awaken your dormant potential to unlock the inner witch. We've also just had go full introvert. Spend time alone to experience, appreciate, and love yourself. And it's this combination that the whole reading is asking from you. Escape materialism. So yeah, it's the healthy inner world in such a big way. It's that inner witch. It's going out into your garden and growing those herbs to add to your intention practices or your food. It's connecting to life, it's connecting to earth, it's being here, it's being in your body, it's having experiences with yourself, exploring. So what does that mean to you? I feel like it's just reinventing a whole routine here, full of different practices and rituals that are going to ground you, that are like you show up to this thing each day and then you show up to the next thing each day, and it becomes a ritual and a routine that really holds you. Virgo energy. All right, we'll take it. That was a pop, wasn't it? We've got sleep and rest. Let your body have the peace it deserves without feeling guilty. And on the bottom is love your single life. Your singleness is an opportunity to spend quality time with yourself. So even if you are in a relationship, all of this energy is about finding yourself right now and releasing. We've got exercise as well. I love that message because it feels so good. Even if it's just like, you know, a light walk or roll in your wheelchair or whatever it is, whatever your body enables you to do, just some form of movement and exercise to be in and love this body that you've been given to experience this life, because it starts with that. It's okay to not have all the answers right now. They will come to you when you need them. All right, let's grab a couple of charms. Group one. All right, okay. Citrine fell in the hand. I'll take note of that. What fell over here? The clam. The clam fell on top of the Six of Pentacles, and I swear that is because some of you out there are very resistant to receiving help. I think maybe you're the people that like to give help, and so to receive help is just a really foreign concept for you. And so as soon as you do open up this clam, you are going to find a massive pearl of wisdom. And that pearl of wisdom is within the idea or the situation of allowing yourself to be helped. It fell on top of the card that would also be associated with therapy. And so any sort of counseling or therapies that resonate with you, there's so many types, will really help you unlock this pearl of wisdom and really understand or process this whole experience and change that you're going through. I really love how that fell on top of that card. I've got this one. I don't know why I'm reading what fell out. This one is about your creativity and craft. I don't know if you can see it. It's a sweet little, it's like a little pin with some beads on it. And it is about being crafty. It's about being innovative and having these inspired ideas or visions and just creating it, going for it, having a go. It doesn't have to look perfect in the first go. It's not about perfection. It's about just having some fun, having the experience there. So the citrine fell in my hand, but there's also a little slither of citrine in the bowl. What do I want to say about that? Yeah, and then this one fell reversed, which I typically would associate, it depends on how it talks to me, but I typically would associate that with like the exterior looking great, but it's not actually genuine. And so I feel like you're moving away from a situation there that is not genuine. And with this muddy frog here, you are, is that you got to move through some crap. Like you really have to feel some horrible things, perhaps. Some crap is going to come up here. Some feelings, some emotions, some memories, some triggers. This is big, I feel, when I see this. But it's like you know it's worth it. I just look at that. It's actually the same color as the release card, the frog here, the tree. And I just do feel like that's just this mud you have to go through. You have to sift through it to come out the other side. There's a lot of, there's so much you're holding in still. I can just see it with the way these charms are in the bowl, and just sorry, I just feel and want to grab, and I don't know. The feelings that come through sometimes are a bit strange, and they're just, I'm sure you get it. There's a lot of readers out there connecting to this. So we've got this little bow that is reversed, and I feel like this situation has maybe taken a knock to your confidence. Maybe you're not feeling like you glow right now. You might not be feeling so beautiful. You might not be feeling so powerful. You know, it might just be feeling just a bit meh, a bit bare, that sort of energy. But there's so much hope here. The charms are heavy, but there's hope here, and you are being directed towards life purpose when it comes to this situation, because the lapis lazuli and the citrine fell together, and it's like there's one thing that still blocks you, and I think you're aware. You're moving through it now. You're aware. You are perhaps still holding on quite tightly to this one thing, but it's nature that will heal you. There's a big message here about nature will heal you, so whether that's supplements, herbs, natural foods, getting into nature. This medicine is in the seeds, that sort of message. That song coming through, Medicine Woman, is it? Yeah, Medicine Woman. I just want to say though, with that bow, the way the bow is in the center, that even if you don't feel very beautiful right now, you need the reminder that you are stunning. You are actually a very beautiful, soft and beautiful, soft, loving person. Your love goes deep. It goes really, really deep. And I feel like you need to pay more of that to yourself. And that's been the message lifelong I'm getting when I see this. Like, you've probably been told that many times perhaps, but it's true that you need to invest in you right now. You deserve all that you give to the world, or all that you've ever given in the past. It's all needs to be given to you at this time. You need to really lift yourself up and see yourself in a higher light, speaking very nicely of yourself, that sort of thing, because you've come through so much and you just do deserve the best, but you have to be the one who makes it. You have to be the one that gives it to you. All right, I'll leave it there for you, beautiful people, group 1. I hope this reading resonated with you, and I look forward to catching you all again soon. Take care. Hey, group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the pyrite crystal, then this one is for you. So the pyrite is all about clearing that negative energy, enhancing creativity, so enhancing intellect as well, so finding creative solutions, finding very intellectual solutions, being more logical about things perhaps. There's a few strong energies on the table, so I'll read them out. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius and Leo on the table. It's okay if that's your energy or someone you're dealing with, or not at all. It's all good. So we might the pyrite definitely feels like a lot of transformation here, and really like applying yourself to some changes here. And I can see that in the past energy as well, that you've been diligent, you've been putting in a lot of effort here, you've been working hard at something. You may be feeling a little frustrated at times with how slow a certain thing might be developing, but that's okay. I feel like you're also feeling quite inspired right now, feeling quite connected to source, connected to your knowing and what you need to do. I feel like there might be a lot of messages coming in from you, whether that's through these readings or just in life. You know, I tend to read absolutely everything I come across. I just think that everything's a conduit, and I think that you're very open to that energy right now of seeing life as a conduit, and receiving those messages as they come through in really different sort of ways. You might be getting a lot of number synchronicities, or feathers, or just little tokens, things that you know are a message, a guiding light, and I think you're following that guiding light. Now, whatever you've come out of in the past, it has been painful to release. It's been painful to move through. The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, something you've really invested so much of your time into. So for some of you, you're contemplating leaving behind something you've invested a lot of your time into, and getting a plan ready for the future and where you're going to go to next. Maybe travel involved for some people. I would like to get actually a confirmation on the Page of Wands. We've got the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is a fresh new beginning, a new growth, something brand new that is growing, whether it's in your financial area, your work and career, your body and your health, your anything at all. Really, truly could be so many things. Something you're nurturing the growth of. So this beautiful seed. So you've definitely planted a seed. I can even see it here. You've been tending to it in the past, whatever this is. You've already been showing up at this, I would say. Or maybe even in the preparation stages. You're definitely ready to move forward with this. You're ready to see progress, I would say. So let's get a confirmation on the Page of Wands, because that can be so many things. I see the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles there wanting to jump out. Page of Wands. Oh, I kind of felt, is it that one? The Hierophant. Okay, eight of, yeah, all right. Okay, we'll take that. Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles has come out now to confirm the Page of Wands. So it's, yeah, you've definitely been getting the messages and listening to it. You're on this path of leveling up, a path of ascension in some way. So this could definitely have to do with so many different things. When I first pulled this reading, I thought it was love and relationships. And while some of you may resonate in that way, I can definitely see so many other things too. Life direction stuff here. And this is about you leveling up, you're showing up, you're growing up, you're ready. Your energy is looking fantastic, actually. And you may be experiencing challenge, and there is challenge in the week ahead. We'll get to that. But yeah, there is some real struggles here sometimes. But I'm just really being pointed into more towards your ability to overcome that in this week. I think you've got an inner strength this week. I feel like I really want to grab charms right now. Oh God, it's so tempting. I'll kind of wait. I think I'll wait. I just feel like there's lots of different messages and I can't grab them all at once. I'm just going to go through this systematically. That might be how you're feeling too then. Maybe you're getting lots of different messages and you just, because it was just so overwhelming just now. Like, oh, I want to get this and that and this and that, and I want to do all these things and I want to get all the information and give it to you. So you might be feeling, yeah, it's a little woof, needing to streamline focus on one thing and just get through that one thing and step into the next thing. You're definitely working on self-mastery of a certain talent that you've got here. I can see that, and maybe prepared to teach other people this talent that you've got. Maybe thinking about making some sort of program to deliver to other people and teach. There's a lot here of stepping up into a deeper commitment when it comes to your passions, your work, yourself, your life, your transformation. It's happening. There's a lot of transformation happening here in this reading. So in the current energy and moving ahead into the week ahead, we've got the Temperance, the High Priestess. How's that? You really are surrendering to that inner knowing when we see this combination. It is quite powerful. Now, as the week progresses, you've got the Ace of Swords. Communication may be coming in, or maybe you're delivering that communication. And that communication may cause a Tower moment. We've got the Tower here. It may cause some destruction. It may cause a sudden shift in awareness. Now, this doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be so brutal. It can just be the shock awareness. And when we see the Nine of Cups afterwards, you've got to know that it's happening for a good reason. Especially when it's being led from this place of grounded trust and knowing, with the Temperance and the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Like whatever's happening or coming later in this week that shocks something open, perhaps, that delivers a truth, it happens to break it open so that the light can get in, so that we can see things for what they are, so that we can act upon that in a make an informed decision, is what I want to say. So I do feel like this tower happening is a blessing, and I'm just noticing those monarch butterflies all over it. We've also got the card of transformation with the big butterfly there as well. So this is happening to transform a situation, to make it entirely different. This is not about changing something. This is about something entirely different, is what I'm feeling here. This is not about, yeah. You might have to take that one out, resonates, because that kind of feels like it's only in regards to one specific part of this, and then there's a whole other part that's still changing, but there's one thing that needs to be completely different. Maybe all of it. Maybe all of it. But yeah, this tower moment, it's like when this happens, when you finally get, maybe it's truth that comes in, you're like, right, now I'm set free, now I know. Or maybe like it's definitely, yeah, I feel like it's coming from inside you, like you're connecting to your inner knowing. Actually, we've also got trust your gut, right? So any intuitive knowings and feelings and prompts you get right now, the messages, the signs, the synchronicities, please listen to those. Let your heart lead the way, let your heart lead you to who you are. Trust your gut feeling. Absolutely. And allow it to transform you, so that whatever's going on this week, you're going to be able to handle it. And you're going to feel very grateful that this has happened, even if it does cause a little chaos at first. Maybe it might ruffle a few feathers at first. For some of you, this could be a really brilliant experience. The tower doesn't, like I said, does not have to be so destructive. It can just be like this massive epiphany where everything changes, and you, like a DMT experience or something, you know, how that can really, well, shift your perception on everything, right? I just see a lot of change here, a lot of growth, a lot of spirituality. What else have we got here? 7 of Cups. That may lead to a bit of confusion, but yeah, the Judgment card was there. Saw the 7 of Cups and then the Judgment. So it's like, maybe there's a lot of different varied opinions around you, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different people on different paths, and you know, so 7 of Cups again, and that's causing a little confusion perhaps. Where do I go? Struggling to whether you follow your head or your heart in regards to a situation. Go back to Judgment. This is liberation, so you're getting a massive realization this week. You probably, or you're calling it in. I can see that, like you're definitely in this state of processing at the moment. I feel like there's connection with new friends as well. Oh yeah, definitely. I went to put it away, and the Page of Cups and 8 of Wands come out. So that's communication from a friend. This could also be forgiveness, but I feel like it's more to do with compassionate friends and connecting with friends. Yeah, look, 3 of Cups reunion definitely this week. There's some nice moments. There's 4 of Wands, getting out there with your community. There may be some event that's happening this week, or something where you get to just reconnect with friends and help you maybe talk about and figure out what to go do next. Have a bit of a sounding board perhaps. Kind of feel a bit all over the place. Group 2 this week. Like it just doesn't feel like such a sure message, if you know what I mean. Like it doesn't feel like such a short timeline. It feels like there's lots of things going on this week. And so I'm probably touching on multiple different areas, but it's hard to break down in the general. So in the challenge, all right, lots of wands, same as group 1 had lots of wands in their challenge. We've got the 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Devil, and 2 of Wands. All right. So in your challenge is perhaps, look, waiting. I think, for some of you, it's almost like you're waiting for permission to say no or to step up. Like, no, that's not for everyone, but it feels like for those that resonate with that message, it's like you're not going to get that permission from someone external. You have to give that permission to yourself, and that you can stand up whenever you want to. You can leave whenever you want to. That's oddly specific though. So general message, yeah, you're turning your back on all this chaos. There's like, this is a 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Like you're waiting to get yourself out of a situation, or you're waiting to, maybe you already are out of it and you're just waiting to find your power again, but there's still temptation on the path ahead. There's still parts of this messy, complex situation that pulls you back in. It could be like numerous people you're dealing with. The 5 of Wands can be like varied opinions. And the card that's actually on top of that is I tune out negative people and thoughts. So yeah, you're and even with the Three of Wands, her back is faced away from that. Like, you're done with the battle. The battle's already happened, perhaps. Or, like, this tower that's in the future doesn't feel like it's a battle. I don't want to alarm you when you see the tower coming up. I just feel like it may ruffle feathers, but it's definitely beneficial. The Nine of Cups coming after it, that heart explosion, the center of the head, the Ace of the center of the mind and the Ace of Wands. It's like all this light is illuminating outwards. So it's definitely beneficial that the tower happens. But yeah, when we see the Five of Wands and I tune out negative people and thoughts, like directly above it, you're done with that. That's the challenge as well, as perhaps just untangling yourself or giving it the time that's needed. Three of Wands is a timing card, so just giving it that timing that's needed to feel back in your own energy again, to feel back in your power again. And while there is some fears surrounding this situation, like you may be feeling very heavily attached to a certain person or an outcome, I think that's the biggest challenge this week, is realizing that there's actually more power. If you are to let go, you'll step into your power a lot easier, and things will flow to you a lot easier as well. There's a big message about allowing things to flow and stopping trying to control the situation, but also having very strong boundaries here, because you are leaving behind chaos and moving into a new plan. You're still in the crossroads energy. You're still trying to I heard convince yourself. So maybe that's the case for some of you, trying to convince yourself that you've got what it takes to do this, or that this is the right thing to do. There might be a bit of pep talking, a bit of trying to, get yourself there. So tuning out the negative thoughts and just like really trying to listen to yourself for a bit and what you want, what matters to you. Fuck what everyone else wants. And what is further guidance in that energy, which goes a little choppy because we've got the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and in your further guidance in how to handle that challenge. And that with the Eight of Cups as well, just the woman here is what's really shined to me in this card this time around. And it's to say that you're not actually stuck in the situation, and that staying here and thinking that you're stuck is actually causing even more pain. In saying that, I also am a big advocate in take your time to heal, and there's no pushing this process. I don't ever want people to just be okay now. That doesn't work. But there's definitely a perceptionary shift here in personal power, and realizing that this external situation doesn't actually have as much power over you as you think it does. And so some people, this also might be about substances and using them to numb your emotions to get through an experience, whether that's smoking weed or drinking or just anything, right, that we could do. Definitely leaving behind those things. Definitely leaving behind those things so that you can step back into your power. The further cards here is the Empress and the Star. So it's definitely realizing that while you are moving through this, that's very real experience for you. You don't have to relive it, if that makes sense. You can process it without reliving it. And with the Empress and the Star, just like so many different timelines suddenly, and I just saw like somebody who's staying in a caravan park. That might be somebody who's connecting to this, and they're like looking for a new accommodation because they've had to leave something that's not very good. So there's certain parts of this situation that do feel restricting. There's certain certain parts to this situation that feel, undesired. Like it could be a little better, but that's okay because you are improving. You've got to have this hope for the future and to make choices that are going to respect you and take care of you and take care of your children if you are a parent. With the Empress there, the Mother card. There may be also some, for some of you, anxieties about whether or not you will conceive and have a child in your journey ahead. And I definitely see that that's possible here in these cards. It's just maybe a matter of needing to get your body ready for that, in healing. That's very specific, of course. Getting your body prepared feeling fertile. It doesn't have to be an actual pregnancy. It can be anything you want to do, right? It's a 1616 on the numbers for me. When I looked up then, seeing lots of numbers lately, you might be too. There's definitely a big calling here. Like when I see this sadness that's behind you, it's like really it's time to put the sadness behind you. It's time to put that feeling of being entrapped or stuck or restricted behind you and listen to your intuition. The moon, the star, all of this, I don't know if you can see how it comes through the card and circles her beautiful belly with the world inside, and then that trickles over into, it's just all flowing and just like, move me, God, you know. It's very much like putting yourself in God's hands here, in Spirit's hands, however you name the, I like to call it the mother. It feels so feminine, it feels so motherly to me. Put your hands in the arms of the mother, of the flow of life, and have hope. So further guidance here, we've got the Sun and the Five of Swords. So again, very contrasting energy like we've seen here as well, with the Five of Cups and the Empress. See that similarity here. This, as soon as you're done grieving this situation, as soon as you're done beating yourself up over this situation, perhaps, you're going to step back into growth, into power, into the, oh, it's not there anymore. It's going to grab the Ace of Pentacles, that little seed we saw, that the new beginning that's happening, the transformation. What do I want to pull this card up for? The Wastelands, sustainability, slow down and tend to your garden. Yeah, right, that's the seed. And this could be a very literal message of hydration, taking care of your body on a fundamental level, but also tend to your garden, slow down, like just take care of yourself right now. Let yourself go through this transformation. You may be very well in the garden. Look at that. Seven of Pentacles imagery there. We've got this herbology sort of imagery in the Eight of Pentacles too. There's lots of the Empress, it's lots of nature connection here. You may be finding that natural resources are what sustains you right now. Herbs and good food, supplements and all of that. Sunshine, literally sunshine. Get out into the sunshine, let it cleanse you. Have an experience with the sun. If you're indoors all day doing your thing, please take that time to go put your feet on the grass and just let yourself be scanned clear, just all the way through. It doesn't take long. It's so worth it. You'll be grateful that you did. What else do we have here? The Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups. More release, stepping back into your heart, stepping back into love, but giving yourself the time needed to move through this, to slow down. The Four of Swords, this same with this card. It's actually very similar in imagery. If you can see, she's sort of, yeah, almost like fetal position, but on her knees, child's pose maybe. Yeah. Definitely needing lots of self-care and good nutrition. I'm feeling that there. And hydration, if you're drinking things other than water, to maybe add more water into your diet and your intake of water to make that nice, fresh, beautiful water. Some people like to whisper blessings into their water, and there's lots of science experiments surrounding how that can change the molecules of the water. So maybe that as well. Sweet things like that. I hope you can't. Somebody revving out there. I hope that's not too loud. Settle down. New neighbours. So we've got in the outcome Four of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Look at all that in the cups. It's actually so sweet. It's a matter of leaving behind what's not working with the Four of Cups and turning around. Please, normally they turn around and there's one cup still standing, but this time we've actually got two, and if you add that one, it's a three, and then there's another cup over here too. Is that a cup? Yes. Yeah. So how many times can I read that? It's definitely to say that there is, for some of you, this is relationship healing and reuniting with a special person, finding forgiveness and healing within the situation. For others that have left the situation behind, a relationship perhaps, then this is showing that in the outcome, once you are done grieving, once you are done looking at what doesn't work, once you are, for some this may be feeling like quite a victim to the situation, once you're done in that energy and stepping back into your power, realizing that you're not actually stuck. Eight of Swords again, sorry. But we'll read the Eight of Cups since I said it, and that is about releasing the emotional attachment to a situation and allowing yourself to be moved to something else, something that you've tried so hard in, you've really showed up so many times, and it's just not working for whatever reason, or it's no longer feasible to keep trying. You end up with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So you end up in a new loving relationship, or you end up in a more balanced, connected relationship, even with friends and community and life itself. So this is a deep sense of healing. Look at all the Reiki energy here as well. See, with the hand in all of that. And so I do feel like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of energetic healing that can be done here by yourself or received. You might like to book a Reiki session in. You can definitely learn self-Reiki. You don't need attunements for that sort of thing. I don't believe anyway. I believe everyone can do that. But Ace of Cups in the outcome, Ten of Swords, oh, yeah. It's a bitter ending perhaps. There's something ending. The Ten of Swords, the butterfly, like it's all here. It's all here. It's time to just slow down, allow that ending to happen, allow that release to happen, realize that you've got more power within the situation to create a new outcome for yourself or a new horizon. Trust your gut feeling. We've also got that tune out negative thoughts and people, and we have I am beautiful. So accepting yourself just as you are, and then doing what you can to make life even more beautiful for you. If this situation has taken quite a knock to your confidence, there may be some self-loving practices that will be really beneficial. So she gazes into a mirror. She's there to witness herself fully and accept herself fully, no matter what you perceive as a flaw. A couple of, what are they? Charms. A couple of charms for group 2. Okay. I want more, but fine. I'll take it because it makes a lot of sense, right? So everything that's actually, there's like 4 charms here. 1, 2, 3, 5 charms here. And they match everything in the cards, 100%. So group 1 even got this one as well. This is a little froggy who is moving through the murk. He's moving through the yuck. He's moving through the mud. It's not easy. You can't see where you're going, but you have to go through to go out. It's that sort of situation. You're going to have to move through this and not avoid it. This froggy was facing towards the butterfly. The butterfly was face down, but your message is full of transformation and that butterfly energy, right? And it's quite a pretty one too. It was face down, so it's like you're not actually seeing that there's an opportunity here for transformation, for personal power to evolve into a different horizon. There's another horizon that you're not looking at that's actually quite beautiful. You're not giving it enough credit perhaps. Perhaps you're still holding on to something that's not worked maybe. But hang on, but part of me feels like that's wrong as well, because I can see that you're so connected and that you know what you need to do and you've been showing up and working so hard as well. So that might resonate in different areas of your life. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you, group 2, because it does feel like more of a tricky one to read this week. So we've also got the charm of dispersed energy. So yeah, like not lots of ideas, lots of messages, lots of just maybe even just tending to other people's drama right now. I think it's time to cut that a little bit and just sort of bring it in for yourself. Slow down, sustainability, tend to your garden. That's exactly this particular charm. It's like you're going to burn out if you don't close down right now and just sort of take care of yourself and nurse yourself and whatever that means to you. Not just like physical nursing, but like emotional rituals. I'm seeing like good rituals and good routines. And holding yourself through like a program, like create your own daily program where you have a sequence of events that you need to check off, and that's part of it. I think that's a good idea. You've got the owl, so trusting your gut feeling, like that card says. We've even got the high priestess here, so there's lots of intuitive messages, and I always do feel group 2 is extremely intuitive. You're probably readers, some of you yourselves. And we've got this beautiful good news bell, which is wonderful because of all of this. Like, I feel like there's a heavy sense of doubt surrounding good things coming, and that's not true. There's actually really good blessings coming, and you can expect that really soon, especially when we see the Ace of Swords, Tower, and the Nine of Cups in your outcome later this in the week. It shows that yeah, it's a really good blessing. It's something you've actually been wishing for that's coming in at the end of the week. So I'll leave it there for you, group 2. No, actually, if you're still with me, stick around. I'll get a self-loving card, self-loving prompt. Yeah, all right. Health checkup. That's a good one. Take charge of your health and schedule your annual checkup. But yeah, we've already touched on a lot of like healthy eating and supplements and natural remedies, getting into nature. So just really taking care of yourself on that fundamental level of health, of mental health and physical health, which is it's very cyclical. Get more done. What did I say before? Like, have a list of things that you attend to, and that's going to be your structure that holds you. Yeah, a to-do list. Write those things down and actually tick them off. And those things don't have to be chores. Like, they can be, please do put in there a mindful walk where you just go out into nature, even if it's just around your neighborhood. You just, you don't have to be in the forest. You can be in suburbia and still connect to nature, and hear the birds and appreciate the local trees and the little gardens and all those things. Like, I think that's a really important one. Put it somewhere on your list. I like that part of the thing to be later in the day, to just walk it off. And we've got start a side hustle here as well, and I can definitely see that in your past energy where you've been working on something creative and you're showing up to it still. So there's definitely development happening there as well. Create an altar. Yeah, sacred spaces. Okay, group 2, I hope that reading resonated with you, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey, group 3, and welcome to a reading. If you chose this beautiful selenite heart, then this one is for you. Group 1 had a selenite heart as well. It's tangerine selenite, except that one had a lot of cracks in it, and this one seems to be a bit more of a pure form. And you've even got the purification card on the table here as well for you this week. So definitely that feeling of after the rain, which is reflective of my current environment. We've got a bit of sunshine after some days of rain, so everything is that exactly like this. It's all just like, everything glistens just that little bit more, and it's all hydrated and happy. So okay, a lot of energies on the table here today, a lot of strong signs. I can see Pisces, Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius and Leo all on the table. Might be your energy or someone you're dealing with. All good if it's not, of course. So in the past energy, we're going to start out with the High Priestess, the 10 of Swords. No, Wands. No, 10 Pentacles. 10 of Swords is here actually. We got 3 10s on the table. That's big. That's new beginning energy, purification for sure. Moving forward. All right, so High Priestess, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Wheel. So in the past, this could be very recent, or this could have happened over a long period of time. And I do feel for a lot of you it happened over a long period of time, where you've come to this realization and understanding that for the success you want in life, things are going to have to change. And that could be pertaining a relationship that needs to be left behind, or just a complete change of your career. Whatever this is for you, this is talking about the bigger structures of your life, the long-term goals that you've got, and goals that you've already obtained as well. I do feel like you've definitely obtained a great deal of success already in your life, but things are changing now, and it's time to let go of those things that are perhaps getting in your way of the next chapter, of the new success that you wish to see. With the 10 of Wands, you can definitely see that there's been a lot of hard work, and it's very, very tiring, and you are carrying a lot of the past experiences as well, in regards to maybe it's a relationship and there's been struggle letting go of things that have happened in the past and they're really still affecting you today. But there's either way, if it's a relationship or career, you're just carrying a bit more than you should be. Wow, the 10 of Cups, that's 4 10s. All the 10s are here. When we see a 9, that's the ending of something. When we see the 10, it's the new beginning. So it's the finishing of one thing and the completion, and then the beginning of something else. I just I'd like a confirmation on the 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're exhausted by how much effort you put in. 7 of Pentacles as well. Could it get any clearer? You're exhausted by how much effort you've put into a situation. Now, this doesn't mean that you're reluctant to continue trying with this situation. I just feel like maybe you're wanting to do things differently. Now, that won't apply to everyone. Some people, you are done with trying and want to do something different. Now, take what resonates, fit it to your situation. But what I see here is an extreme overwhelm of exhaustion with just how much effort you're needing to put in, and feeling like maybe there's not as much results as you would like, but that is changing. You're definitely showing up every day. Is it going to work? There's a bit of doubt. Is this going to come to the results that I would like to see, given that I've invested so much of my time and love and effort into this situation? So you're feeling a little doubtful, maybe feeling a little tired and drained, feeling like you have to carry it all by yourself, and that nobody's actually. This might be someone in particular you'd like them to at least acknowledge or witness that you've been putting in this much effort, and that might be a little disheartening too, not having that recognition from a certain person. What else have we got here? Feels like too much to leave alone. Page of Cups. I see the 3 of Swords there. There's definitely a questioning of a relationship or a friendship that is that hasn't always been on the same page, perhaps, and there's a need for forgiveness there. See the Lovers here. There's definitely a reunion coming up. I'm about to show you that soon. There's just a bit of look at that 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. Like, there's just this, there has been a lack of harmony or a lack of alignment. It might just be a timing factor for some of you. Absolutely a timing factor for some of you, where just life has taken you in different directions, or so things haven't been able to be on the same page entirely. But I do see that is changing. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles turns to 6 of Wands. So that is a situation that is changing. There is either new relationships coming in, a new relationship, or or moving through something with a particular relationship here. I also see like a lot of your investment in creative ideas and creative projects that you've got, things that you want to get off the ground or get moving, like taking your business on a different angle. For some of you, there may be an apology coming your way that you're not actually willing to receive. It's kind of a choppy message this week. It kind of feels like there's lots of details involved in this situation here. Lots to consider, perhaps. In the week ahead, got it on the 4 again. 4 of Swords. Oh, and the Devil and the Ace of Wands is there too. So there might be some things about the situation that are unhealthy for you, and you're just trying to take a bit of time out from that to get your own strength back, something that's maybe been draining you a lot. Maybe this is work addiction or overworking, or just not giving yourself the rest you need. You're taking on way too much by the looks of it in the past. You've come to that realization already with the Judgment card here though, and the Lovers is here too. You're making a decision based on this realization to do things in a bit more methodical and careful, and a bit more structure and more effective results for you. You can only. It's like saying you can only show up for 8 hours a day, no more. It's like telling work, no, I'm not doing overtime anymore. I really need to get my work-life balance in check, or I really need to spend more time with my kids, or whatever it is for you. You're not as trapped as you think you are to the situation. You've got more power over it, over changing it. Anyway, we're moving into the current energy of the Wheel of Fortune. So the 10 of Wands turns to the Wheel of Fortune. So that heaviness does change. There's a change here, and I think it's you that makes that change happen. We've got the 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords. So this could be coming together with somebody very special that you love, or hearing information from somebody you care about and finding that help, that assistance, because this is a harmonious relationship. 2 of Cups is compatibility and when 2 hearts collide, when 2 hearts meet. So this doesn't have to be an intimate union. It can be a friendship or a co-worker that you just really harmonize with. And so there's lots of movement forward based on the week ahead energy. We've got the Sun here as well. We've got the 9 of Cups. Look at that heart expression, both lurching their heart spaces forward, receiving this week. There are things to be received this week for you. Wishes received, messages, information. There's a lot happening here. So this could be information from multiple people. Maybe you're waiting to hear back about that job or that opportunity that's coming in for you this week. I can see it here. There's lots of growth. There's lots of positivity. So whatever you have been working so hard at, carrying it all, it's like all the hard work is starting to pay off. You're starting to see the results this week. There's a purification process. There are things that need to be let go of. It's like it's hard work for a reason. You've worked hard. You've had to release. You've had to sacrifice. Strength is there. The Three of Cups is there. The Queen of Swords is there. So yeah, you've had to make, definitely had to make some pretty strong sacrifices in regards to what is going to be more beneficial for you and your tribe, your community, your family, perhaps your you just know there's certain things that just don't belong anymore, or you definitely got a lot of movement forward with the Knight of Swords, but you've also got the move forward card that says experience the grace of who you truly are. And this movement forward comes next to I am responsible for my life. So there's about giving yourself permission and taking these assertive steps on your path and asking yourself what do you want, what is working for you, what isn't, and then actually showing up in that place, showing up for that answer you find inside of yourself. You're going to be going within. You already have been with the High Priestess. You've been getting a lot of information, downloads, messages, synchronicities, signs, like it's all there, and you're just allowing that to set you free. As I grab the Eight of Swords again, the Seven of Cups, the Hermit. You've had to really take a lot of time out here to get an idea on what your truth is, what's going to work for you and what isn't working, and actually to identify those things. Maybe a little bit tricky in the recent past energy, that is, mind you, but coming forward into this week, it's more to do the star, hope. You're like, look at her, she holds this wish in her heart and she sends it out to the universe, and later this week you receive that very wish. It's coming in. It is coming in. There may be travel here in regards to this situation for some of you. Not everyone. Air travel with the Eight of Wands. Doesn't have to be air travel though. It can obviously also be about that momentum forward and things happening. So it's like, it's go time. It's good. We've got I trust in divine timing. I think I should acknowledge that card now. To say that, if everything that is, if things that have been held back for a reason, and that the wheel is, there's going to be a give, and it's absolutely divine timing, and you can trust that. There's a message here as well about this, this one. You are not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. It's safe to trust this process. It's safe to trust this Two of Cups if this is a union with a friend or a loved one, a lover. Because we've also got the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. So this could be a new relationship coming in. Maybe for some of you, you're meeting someone tomorrow, like soon. Maybe you've already met this person. Maybe this is a long-standing relationship with all these tens here too. So everyone's going to be at a different moment, but what I can see here is that things are moving forward in a way that is purifying, and it's based in strong decisions you are making to cut out what doesn't work any longer. In the challenge, we've got the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So the challenge is challenging, right? The challenge is to let go. The challenge is to leave the past in the past, whether these are past experiences or an entire relationship. Behavior patterns, coping mechanisms, things that just don't serve anymore. This is time to leave that in the past. There is a desire to reunite with someone here with the Six of Cups, but I do get the sense that some of you don't trust this person and you're not so certain that that's a good idea. I do feel like you are needing to purify, absolutely, with the emotional body here in the Eight of Cups. It's that's the hardest part for you this week. It does look like it's letting go of the past and just trusting that that you can make supportive decisions for yourself here. Seven of Pentacles, investing in you. Get confirmation. So this may also be that the challenge is trusting that there are, if you've left behind a connection that, whether this is through literal death or having to sever a connection because it's just not working anymore. I can see that there's a lot of heaviness and isolation surrounding this experience, and that you are probably cutting yourself off from supports that are available to you. And just being called to the perception card now, I am perceptive. So this person is, the way that the roses are behind, the dead roses are behind the cobweb, the spider web. And on the other side, the only thing on the other side of that web is this beautiful, vibrant, fresh rose here. It's to say that this person is just perceiving their most recent experiences as their lot in life, perhaps, or the outcome. Or it's just to say that as soon as you step past the current way you're perceiving your reality, you're actually going to invite in a much more abundant situation. You're going to see that. You're going to see that there's a lot of beauty just beyond the veil, or just beyond this experience. This is like a total moment of change. However that shows, look, Knight of Cups, this may definitely have to do with romantic connections coming in. And maybe for some, a new romantic connection and leaving behind something that is hard. For others, healing that connection that has been long-standing. Like I said, it's a general, so it won't resonate with everyone that you're all doing the exact same thing. So in the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, I think I might like to get a confirmation on the Six of Cups. Okay, the Lovers is there. I see the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you definitely feel a very deep connection to somebody. And the challenge is that it may be ended. The judgment is there. Strength is there. It's such a hard choice to make. You've had to make a choice that's really hard, by the looks of it here. And it's going to challenge you all the way down the road. We've got the World I saw there. We've got the Hanged Man. These are all major arcana as well. The Queen of Swords and Justice. Maybe you've had to take legal action to protect yourself here. Maybe this has been taken on your behalf and it's out of your hands. But either way, it's like, you know, you have to walk away from a certain situation or person. And that's just so hard to do. It's just not an easy thing to release and open yourself up to the new opportunities at this time. But that challenge, while that challenge is there, there's a super optimistic week ahead, lots of blessings. What will help with this challenge, we've got the Hierophant, and this could be those legal structures I just spoke about, court systems and authorities beyond our power that can help instill protection or make things happen for us. Six of Swords, the Chariot, and the Seven of Wands. I can definitely see here that what is going to help you moving forward the most is to just continue releasing and continue moving forward. All of these cards do speak about moving forward, although there is resistance and challenge. You've got that moving forward card again. So I felt like group 1 and 2 were more release, whereas group 3 feels more like it's time to take a step. It's time to move forward. It's time to pull in that new horizon, the new future, or take those steps, the steps you know you need to take. Six of Swords can be a travel card along with the Chariot, so you may be traveling over water or moving far away, or just, it may just be that you're changing your daily routine as well and just moving in a different direction entirely. You've definitely got a lot of confidence inside of you, but at times, like, it feels so, oh God, it feels like all over the shop in a way, because I do feel like I'm tapping into your confidence, and then I'm tapping into absolute fear and resistance. And so you may find yourself teetering here sometimes, where sometimes you're like, right, this is right for me, I surrender to this and I can accept this, and I'm stepping into this. But then, there's definitely fears that maybe trigger you to hold on to the past, or hold on to, feelings of lack. All right, so in further guidance here, you've got the Three of Wands, the Fool, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. I'll read the Four of Swords too, since I said it, which kind of is similar energy anyway. So with the Three of Wands and the Fool, you're definitely waiting for this new opportunity to come in. You're waiting for whatever it is I've just spoken about, I would say, the wish fulfillment that is coming for you, the movement, maybe it's moving day even, the date that you're waiting for, the opportunity to take that leap of faith. And while you do take that leap, part of you also knows you need to be careful and diligent with your movement forward. You need to be very self-preservating with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. You need to protect yourself from energies that you can't trust. You need to just sort of be there for you at the moment, and just tend to the more subtle areas of life, tend to the garden, tend to the responsibilities that I'm responsible for my life. It's very much that energy with the Four of Pentacles. I did say Four of Swords before as well, so maybe withdrawal from a situation so that you can meditate, so that you can contemplate what's been going on in time, out, and space is the only thing that's going to give you that perspective. So to really disengage and step back. Absolutely. Is anything else there? I don't know how I feel strange, group 3, I have to say this week. I do. Group 1, I felt like, whoa, giving them all the messages. And group 2, I was like, what's going on here? Now group 3, I just don't even know if I'm reading well, but I'm sure I'll hear about it later in the comment section. So the King of Pentacles came out. I really do like that, because it's very grounding energy, and it talks about showing up and being responsible and everything we just did speak about before. Underlying energy of that card coming out is the Five of Swords. So leaving behind the stress, leaving behind the doubt, and just showing up, just taking steps, showing up at work and giving it your best. Being reliable, being someone you can rely on, being there for you in that way. What else did come out there? Nine of Swords, okay. Got the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here too. So see this duality I'm getting through, why I'm so confused. Like, you may be going through so much duality. One day may be wonderful. I actually resonate with this part of the journey myself. And one day it's like, what the fuck? I'm just feeling it all. Or there's like a weird undercurrent of tension, but you can't really say anything about it because you're just trying to move forward. And so it's just like, you notice it and you feel it, but it's so it may tug at you, but you're still trying to keep yourself above water. And just, I don't know if I'm reading you or me now. But we're all in this together, guys. So yeah, there may be some poor sleeping patterns at this time, a lot of tiredness, a lot of stress, maybe about finances, or stress about a particular relationship, stress about a masculine here maybe, whether or not you are going to reach union with this person, or are you better off on your own, just sort of building yourself up at this time. I think there's a bit of stress surrounding that for some of you. You're also not certain you can trust, I think, the situation. You can trust the process, is what I want to say. Five of Cups, grief and loss, and the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely for some of you about a romantic situation that's not going, or in the past perhaps it's not gone how you'd like it to, or there's been a disruption or something. But things are moving forward very optimistically, very positively. I see the Three of Cups reunion, Seven of Pentacles investment, Page of Wands. You can expect things to improve in this situation. All right, what am I doing? The moon's there. Deep fears. Lots of unknown around the situation. Maybe you feel like there might be secrets in regards to this situation. Judgment. You need to trust your gut on things. Okay. So in the outcome energy for this reading, we've got the Page of Swords and the Temperance card. We've got the Two of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So this is surrendering. This is what you ultimately come to in the outcome, is that you choose to surrender. You realize that this situation actually has a great deal to teach you, and a different way to perceive, a way that's actually more advantageous to you. So I think that you start to realize that there's a lot of blessings when it comes to just letting yourself be moved, letting yourself, like if spirit wants to take something from you, you know, if life wants to take something from you, to just trust that that's the right thing to do. To let yourself be purified, to trust that you will always be led to the right people in the right situations, and to begin making plans for the future. There's definitely plan making here. This is travel and holiday plans perhaps for some people. Work and career goals, it's all here. You're just getting curious about what is next for you. You're ready to look to that new horizon. The Two of Wands is there. You're done with the old wand. There's nothing surrounding this wand. There's no more adventures. There's no more lessons. You've done it all there. The Ten of Wands as well, kind of wanting to be pulled up at this point. So it's like you've done the heavy lifting, and you're done with that way of living. So it's like time for a new way of living, time for a new lifestyle, time for new friends, time for a new location, time for just movement and joy and blessings to come in. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. Venus, Virgo energy, somebody who's very content in their own home, their own body, their own skin. They nurture themselves. They keep their home nice and organized and structured. They keep their day fairly organized and structured. They're very reliable and self-sustainable. It's a single lady energy. It's that sort of thing. What else I just feel funny. I don't know how well I read this reading today, so like whatever. We win some, we lose some. But is there anything I've missed? Is there something else I need to know to tell group 3 here? Queen of Swords, okay. Anything else I need to tell group 3? The Queen of Cups, that's beautiful when we see temperance in the outcome of that balancing energy with the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So this is an honesty, very honest energy here. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, that's a balance of your head and your heart. So if you find that, what do I want to say about this? I feel like you're needing to take time out from a situation to really get the truth on the matter and find out what it is that means the most to you. Who do you want to be? What type of relationships do you want to have in your life? What are your non-negotiables? I think it's a time of really getting honest with yourself and moving forward only in that direction that reflects what you found in that line of questioning. And you need to protect your own heart, and you need to speak your truth. And if that means ruffling feathers and letting things blow up or go, then so be it. You do need to definitely clear away some things that are going to block you, and you are responsible for that. And divine timing is lining you up for change. I see Judgment here in the split as well. So you're having these realizations, the Empress, that you need to really step into your power and move into this more expanded life for you to view things differently. I see the Queen of Wands, I see the Star, I see the Hanged Man. So there's such a beautiful bright, and the Death as well, like massive change, and it's all happening for the best. The Magician, what? The Magician. Like, this is brilliant change, and although there's challenge here, you are making a really strong, clear decision, discerning choice for the future that is going to lead you to so much emotional happiness and contentness. Anything else here for group 3? Four of Swords came out again, because it's like, just that'll do, right? You just need to take time out. They don't need to tell you any more than that. Maybe that's why I feel like I'm not giving a very strong message today, because it's not much to say, maybe. Other than what you already kind of know. And I'm feeling that for myself. I'm not really watching readings this week or anything. Normally I'll watch like 1 or 2 a week when I'm doing some cooking or something, but I'm just not feeling called to take anything in right now. And you might be feeling that way too. Maybe no one even watches this because everyone's going internal. No. But the Seven of Pentacles, sorry, on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're really needing to look at what you spend your energy on, what you're investing your time in, and is it going to reap you the rewards you deserve and desire? Are you investing in things that, you know, are not going to bring you those results? Let's get some charms for group 3. Okay, take it. Look at this. That's right. That's right. Wow. Okay. All right. Really interesting, okay? But how do I even unpack this? I want to show you. Can I show you? Ooh. That's how they've fallen. in there. Can you see how that little nail is across? I'll just pick them up, it's too tricky. All right, so I'm going to pick that up, how these all fell together. So we've got a little aeroplane pin. These are all dark metal, sort of rough metal colors as well. So it's like, it's heavy, it's dry. It's literally 10 of wands. Like the coloring, the how do I show you well? So this is typically my devil charm. This is like a 10 of swords type charm. These two, I would, if I could attribute them to tarot, it is the devil, it is the 10 of swords. And that I would say is just like a plane crash, almost a train wreck even. What I get is you've been working very hard at something, you've been devoted, you've been on board, right? And it's just crashed, it hasn't worked, and it's been a bitter ending, it's been painful and it's hard to let go of, but it's all still so tied up. But the way that nail led over to this charm, this is a charm of divine purpose and having purpose in your pain and unlocking ancient wisdom and unlocking that reason you're here, that inner knowing that like it's not learning, it's remembering, it's very much there. And you're coming back into that remembrance of your power and what it means for you to be a sovereign being, for what it means for you to step into your power and create the life you want. No apologies. It just feels like a damn what? Like I feel so like, oh, that's the way I'm going. Like it feels so like a bull. And everyone better get out of the way because this is happening now. And like, look out. So many names just came to my tongue. That is so weird. Like it was probably a bunch of your names. Like look out for so and so. No, but like get out of their way. That's their journey and that's their path and they're taking it. That's what it feels like. So all this heavier metal, leads you to gold. It really does lead you to gold. You've got actually a lot of blessing here. The charm of your purpose is also right next to two other charms of your purpose with lapis lazuli and this beautiful pentagram with the amethyst in the center. This is actually an incredibly special charm to me. It's been on my journey for so long. And it talks about getting to know yourself truly, and perhaps through really tricky circumstances, or perhaps through losing what you thought you were or what you thought you were meant to be, to letting that go and unlearning that to really discover the truth of who you are and what you're here for. The lapis lazuli is a very strong energy for connecting to your purpose and aligning with that. You've got the two charms here of abundance with the citrine and the Jupiter charm. So this is all about luck and blessings. You've got 9 of Cups and the Sun in your week ahead. So there's definitely expansion, blessings, good news surrounding money or love, relationships coming in for you, a growth in a situation, the movement forward. It's all here. And maybe it's that'll make the past make sense, if that makes sense. You've got this beautiful peg, which is about diligence. It's about careful planning. It's that 9 of Pentacles energy of just like having good routines and having everything organized and sort of clearing the clutter, letting go of the things that don't bring you joy anymore. You've got the little crab charm. This to me is Cancer's energy. It's also very self-protective. And I kind of feel like this is to ask you to be self-protective and asking you to be discerning and asking you to give yourself permission to use those claws if you need to just nip or cut things, nip it in the bud, cut the cord, whatever that means for you. Protect your home. Definitely spending time in the home, making the home more enjoyable for yourself. Maybe you're doing a couple things to change the home around, maybe moving furniture around or changing up the coloured pillows, or you know what I mean, like one little subtle colour change can change a lot. I recently emptied out my altar and redid my altar, and that always feels so nice. So just things like that. And we've also got the listen to your intuition charm here with the owl. You've got High Priestess starting out this reading, so there's very much connected to your knowing here. So I think you do have a firm understanding, and this reading is only bringing you confirmation on what you already do know. Except the week ahead blessing, you may not have been aware of that, but there's definitely something very joyful and wonderful coming in your week ahead to look forward to, group 3. So I love that. I love that for you. We'll get a little self-love prompt card, and to finish off your reading, we've got wake up early. Aim to wake up earlier in the morning to chase your dreams, but it's not also about waking up early. It's like how you wake up. What do you do that's mindful? What do you do to get into your body or set your tone for the day? What's your morning routine look like? Okay, practice gratitude. Definitely take time to acknowledge what you're grateful for. That's very 9 of Pentacles energy as well. Connecting to the abundance we already have and feeling that gratitude for it. Going deep into gratitude prayer as well, like speaking on it. To yourself, to your guides, to the universe, however, really emphasizes that vibration to attract even more abundance of the same. But you're not even doing it for that reason though, you know, you're just doing it because you're genuinely grateful. We have expand your network, link yourself to a network of people who can help inspire you. And we have hydrate. Drinking lots of water will make you a huge difference in the way you feel. Water is very important, absolutely. So group 3, sorry for the shonky reading this week. You'll probably all comment and say, no, it's resonated with me or whatever, but it just feels, I don't know what it feels. I just like, is there anything else? I just feel like I'm missing something. Three of Swords. Okay, what's the Three of Swords about? We've got the Seven of Swords here. So there was betrayal, or there was pain. There was heartache. We've got the Star next. The Tower reversed, the Nine of Wands. So some of you might be avoiding a situation, like avoiding what do I want to say? Avoiding? No. Is it avoiding? It might be avoiding because it's just not necessary. Sort of, yeah, the devil is here now too. So some of you might be finding it hard to let go of a situation that is not healthy for you. And so maybe part of you is drawn to have a reconnection with that person, but you're advised to trust in your heart's experiences here and to protect yourself. Five of Cups, and grieve this connection, because once you're not actually stuck, and once you release yourself, you're going to find yourself in a much better place. Three of Cups, reunion, or union with a heart that is right for you. We've got Rose of Venus in this reading too. Alignment, flow, and right relationship and harmony. So after the purification, as so long as you are, yeah, okay, now I can see it. Took me a while, right? I probably already said this, but let's just get it in a nice sentence here. We've got move forward. Move forward and be responsible for your life. That means cutting things out and crowning yourself because no one else is going to. If you need respect, then give it to yourself and ensure that it's so by the way you choose and who you choose and what you put up with, what you tolerate, all of that. So movement forward with making those steps forward and being responsible for your life and making those hard choices and cuts that are necessary. Trusting in the divine timing of the way things are to unfold, and learning to perceive things in a way that is beneficial to you, because there are blessings coming. Even if it takes a long time for them to come in, don't go thinking that you're only going to be offered these dead roses. You're going, once you get through and clear the cobwebs away, you will start to see the blessings that are on the path ahead. And once you move through the purification, the release and the healing, you will come in alignment and the flow of the right relationship and harmony in this card here. And you are not, I don't know if I held this one up at all, but how healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust this process. It's safe to soften. I think I did hold that up. And I just saw 3113. So it's like a mirroring in the time there. So yeah, I'll leave it there for you, group 3. I hope that reading resonated, gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.